What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. It is the FM Guru coming back with another video. Like I just said, I am your one-stop shop for all your farmers market needs. So if you guys have any specific questions, hit my description box and you can set up an hour consultation. Or if you have any other questions, just hit me down in the description box. Today we're going to be talking about 3 different types of cappers at the farmers markets. So capper, these are the MVPs of the farmers markets, the most valuable players of coming up with any excuse to not buy your product. So we're gonna be going through maybe 7, 6, we'll see. I'll title the video whatever it's supposed to be, but let's get into it. So we're talking about cappers, right? At every market, you're going to get a good group of customers. You're going to get sections of different types of customers. You're going to get the customers that buy your product every week. You're going to get the customers that buy your product maybe once a month. Then you're going to get the capper. So the fanatic, the every so often buyer, the maybe I'll come back whenever, and then the just going to keep bringing excuses, never going to buy it. So I sell my cider. Today's cider of the day is Stay Calm, No Stress Herbal Cider. That is what I'm going to be sipping on, but to make me some in a second. But has the ashwagandha for stress. But I sell cider at the farmer's market, right? And here's the thing about it. I give out a bunch of samples. So with samples, obviously people, when they come to farmers markets, they have different ideas of when someone gives them a sample, what's that supposed to mean? So let me tell everyone watching this video, if you go to a farmer's market, I would just look at a person's booth from far away unless you intend on buying it. The only reason I would really come to a person's booth is if they invite you for a sample and you take the sample, fine. I'm fine with that. What I'm talking about today are stone cold cappers. So if you want to maybe come in, look at their booth real quick, just browse and then just keep walking, okay, fine. Do not take 2 or 3 samples and keep trying more and more samples unless you know for a fact you are going to buy something. This is not Sam's Club. This is not Costco. This is not Walmart. Those companies have billion dollar funding to where they could lose a couple of products. I remember, I used to be a victimizer. I used to go to, I remember my mom took me to Sam's Club and I used to keep getting samples of Monster Energy drink. And that lady looked at me like this, but at the end of the day, like Monster, duh, they're gonna give out as many samples. They're $1 billion corporation. You're coming to a farmer's market. We work very hard in order to put all of our products together. We put countless time, 24/7 work, because some of us have jobs and some of us have the farmer's market. So it's like we're working 24/7. So don't waste our time doing that. But we're gonna get into the cappers. So there is a storyteller capper. This capper is going to tell you a story. Let's say you're selling banana bread. Oh, my mom used to make this banana bread when I was a kid and it had nuts in it. It had the right amount of sugar and cinnamon. That is a capper, y'all. If they go into a whole tangent about how their mom used to make this, I'm not gonna say that's 100% of the time a capper. That's about 75% of the time, that's a capper. Some people will just go and tell that story and then eventually buy your product, but I find more times than none, majority that just tell a story about, ooh, I make this for myself at home, or my mom used to make this back in the day. They're just capping. They just want to tell you whatever they like to do. They just want to hear themselves talk, which is cool because I guess a farmer's market is there for you to like vibe with people and stuff. It's not why I'm there. But anyways, then you have the overthinker capper. This capper wants to make sure everything is certified organic. It's what are the ingredients? Are the ingredients simple? Oh, for me, for example, yesterday, someone asked, oh, do you have a sugar-free version? I said yes. They said, oh, okay, what do you put in your sugar-free version? They drank it and they said they liked it. Oh, what do you put in your sugar-free version? I put monk fruit. Oh, I use honey, stevia. I use everything else, but I just don't like the aftertaste of monk fruit. I said, okay, it's fine, because with the monk fruit blend of the herbal cider, the Stay Calm No Stress, oh, I'm goofy for that. With the monk fruit blend of the herbal cider, it's so little to where you can add your own sweetener to it and you can barely taste it. I would like it more if you just had a sugar-free version with no sweetener at all. I can make you a sweetener version. We can ship it to you. Nah, I'm just, right. So you just spent all that time capping to me and lying to me for no reason. Okay, that's the overthinker. That's the one who's just gonna ask you a billion questions and think about all the possibilities and not really answer anything. Then there is you have a card sampler. These people, and it's crazy because a lot of these cappers I dealt with yesterday. And it's like all the cappers, the specific kind, they come at the same time. So the capper, the Instagram, the business card capper is the one who's just going to try your product. You tell them all the information. Oh, do you have a card? They know good and well. Who picks up cards these days? Let's be for real. They're gonna take that card and throw it away. Cause for me, I know for a fact, I lose a card instantly and I'm just walking throughout my house. Like, I actually bought candles from this lady and I just found her card randomly. And I'm like, oh, okay. 9 times out of 10, people, unless they actually bought your product already, they're not gonna use this card. Like, they're only asking that so they don't have to buy your product. Do you have a QR code? What some people like to do, like back in the day, I would just give people my QR code and some of them would just fake scan it and then call it a day. I remember seeing people just go like this real quick and they thought I was looking at another customer and they would put it up real quick. But now I just give QR codes for that 10% of people that maybe would try it and then I call it a day. Plus I have a bunch of business cards too. The next type of person is the sampler. Holy fudge. This is one of the worst. Oh my gosh. So for me, luckily my experience hasn't been super bad with this. Normally for me, if someone gets 2 samples, which I encourage multiple samples, they're at least gonna buy 1. I've had situations where people have gotten 4 samples because I usually have 4 products on the table. I had situations where they gotten 4 and they bought all 4, the jars of them. So I just give out as many samples as possible. But then I have people who every single Saturday they come to the market and they get a sample and they don't buy anything. And it's like they have more. The girl just came yesterday and what I do is, guys, there's a way to brush people off without being rude. What I do is if they've came to my booth a lot of times and they're asking for a sample again, you just give them a sample, give them a cold shoulder. But this is what I mean by cold shoulder. You give them a sample and then you say, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And then you just leave them alone. Because if you do not start a conversation with them, because they will stand there and talk to you for forever, the samplers. So what I did for this girl last Saturday, she's been coming and has never bought anything. She's never bought anything. I give her a sample, and then as soon as I saw someone else, boom, I asked them, hey, do you want a sample? Call it a day. Then there is the next capper, right? The secret spy capper. The crazy thing about this type of capper is that they could be working at the farmer's market with you. So the secret spy capper, what he or her mission, typically it's a her, because I think most vendors are women. Typically their job is to go around, see what you put in your coffee, see what you put in your candles, see what you do for yours, so they can make a better one. Or they'll look at the ingredients. Oh, my sister, they sell and they knit their own crochet pillows. You got to be wary of them, bruh. Because honestly, they're just really trying to start havoc, if we're being completely honest. The next type of capper is the Instagram capper, this is the one I've experienced the least. It's the person that's just going to say, oh, tell us your story. I want to connect with you on Instagram. I want to, like, for example, right? This lady, I gave her my information, and because she came to the booth and she was telling me about, oh, okay, I'll tell you about this type of capper. So I said Instagram, but I will connect it to business opportunity, Instagram, how you can make your product better. This is all under the same umbrella. So we'll just say Instagram capper. This lady came to my booth. I gave her the whole rundown on, she's trying the cider. Here's a cup. She drinks it and she's, oh, you know what? I feel like I've been a marketing director all my life. And by looking at your packages, very clean, right? By looking at your packages, I could just tell that I could really help you with the branding of it. Like, I feel like whenever you have these plants on the back, they need to be on the front right here. I did not ask for all that. If you wanted to drop me off your information, a good gesture would be for you to try my product, buy it, and then give me your business information. That has happened to me before. Yeah, I've literally, where people have bought it and then I've reached out to them later because they bought it. But that puts a bad taste in my mouth if you're not gonna even reach out as a gesture to say that you like the product. All you're really trying to say is, I want you and your money, and I want to do work with you, but I just want your money. I don't really care about your product. That's what I'm getting from that. And then also another thing people do on Instagram, they will take a picture, these Instagram cappers, they'll take a picture of your product, they'll take a picture of the QR code and just act like they're gonna post it like they're a social media mogul. Maybe it gets posted, maybe it doesn't. I remember one situation where a lady did post it. She tried 2 or 3, she did post it. I gave her a discount code and everything for posting me, but she never tried it. But those are more of the rare situations. The ones that are probably the most are the samplers. You will do with some samplers if you're like a food or drink vendor. But those are all the different types of cappers. If you guys learned from this video, you already know what to do with the like and the comment. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me in the DM and in the comment and in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching this video. Until the next one.